Good morning everyone, and welcome to Tuesday Live with myself and Azra. It is another fairly tropical 12 degrees this morning. A little bit of wind, but nothing major. Don't know how well that's coming out, but that is a full moon up there. A little bit cloudy, but yeah, we might get a better view of that a little bit later on into the stroll. Come on, miss. Come on, miss. Good girl. So, normal questions to start our live off. What's everybody up to today? Work day, school day, leisure day. I'm fully aware, obviously, I do speak to people from all around the world, so when I ask you about your day, you can tell me about the day you've had, because of the time difference, on the day you might be having moving forwards. Whichever you prefer, but helps the live flow with a little bit of interaction, so that's all good. For me, yesterday first of all was a decent day at work. No real hiccups. Even when it's busy, yes, of course it has its stresses at times, but even when it's busy, we always seem to get it done. And now I've got into a bit of a routine as to how I manage my day with that. It seems to work a lot better, so that's good. Today, probably much of the same, to be honest. As most work days are, aren't they? Very, very similar. And then tonight, I don't think it's a lot happening really. I think Stevenage are on television in the EFL Cup, so I'll probably watch that. But apart from that, nice, hopefully chilled evening. My brother is home from Malta tomorrow, so going to be catching up with him as well in the week, and a few plans for the weekend, for a couple of meetups as well, so we'll wait and see how that all a lovely Tuesday morning live stroll. We are going to do the same walk as yesterday, if you were with us, because that worked out to about 2 miles, and that is perfect. That's exactly what I was doing, and it's not about trying to find places to try and create that. We created that yesterday, which was really, really good. Obviously we're having to use artificial light all the way around during the week, which is a shame, with the time that, the clocks and everything now, but that's life. I think we've created enough light now that it makes the walk worthwhile doing. People seem to be enjoying it. Had 6 new subscribers from the live stroll yesterday. Quite incredible. Yesterday, it was for a Monday as well. It was quite incredible. We just talk about everything and nothing on this live stroll, really. If you guys want to talk about something, we talk about it. If not, I just waffle. And the third option, put me on mute and enjoy the lovely walk with Azra. Azra, on the path, come on. Good girl. So yeah, that's how we roll with the channel. Again, not been with me before, welcome. Do like and subscribe, it does certainly mean a lot to this little channel. And also, if it does interest you, in a couple of weeks' time, we will be in Disneyland, and I will be doing lots of vlogs from there. Azra, come on. And also, I'm going to be doing some lives when I can. Morning, Sir Bill. How are you doing this morning? Thank you for the likes as well. Azra is very lethargic this morning. Very laboured, I don't know why. Come on, come on. Usually she's well ahead of the pack. This morning she's well behind. Thank you for the subscription, Bill. Really do appreciate that. It really is a massive, massive help to get the channel out there, meet new people. So yeah, thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it. Tell your friends and family. It's 11:06 here. Now, is that PM, AM? Quite often I have late night watchers from America, and it seems to be sort of the West Coast side. I was speaking to someone yesterday from the West Coast on the morning stroll, and that seems to be a regular thing. And if not, sort of people from that sort of part of the world, it's sort of Middle East, Asia, sort of Australia, that direction. And in actual fact, my second largest viewing percentage after the UK is the States, which I find quite incredible, to be honest with you. Must be doing something right. What do they say? If you can crack America, you can crack anywhere. We'll see. Anyway, as I say, so if you've been with me before, I guarantee in the next couple of minutes, Azra has her spot that she always goes to the loo. So I'll have to stop for a second, probably about the next couple of minutes. But we'll carry on to the end of this road, do a right back onto the high street, and then we'll make our way back around the village. That is the plan. As I say, that is our full moon we've got this morning. I'm hoping to get a better view of that when we're over the fields, but that's what we're looking at this morning. Excellent, we always like newbies. So as I say, this will be new for you, this stroll. Hopefully you'll enjoy. As I say, we live in a very sleepy village. Near to Cambridge. So geographically, we are sort of somewhere, well, more closer to Cambridge than London, but between, on a map, London and Cambridge. That sort of gives you an idea geographically of where we are. And as I say, this is a walk that we do every morning during the week. Although this little sort of route I found is new. Yeah, although I knew it existed, I hadn't really done it on this sort of leg of the walks, purely and simply. I hadn't thought about it. So there we go. My bad. But Azra has let me down on a little bit, because her normal spot is back there, so it could be anywhere now, guys. So if I do have to stop for a minute, you just need to bear with me. Parsons, okay. Give me geographically sort of where that's near to, sort of city-wise. Be interested to know. This is all helping with my exercise and Azra's exercise as well. We both need to lose a little bit of weight. Azra, because she has far too many tidbits, which is our fault. The other evening, I think I told this story yesterday. I cooked 3 sausage rolls on Sunday night. Okay, you're fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I got an idea of where you are. And went in to watch a bit of telly. All of a sudden, I heard crash. And Azra had ninjaed her way into the kitchen, jumped up on the side, or got her paws up on the side, and nicked one of the sausage rolls. So that isn't our fault, although it was my fault that the gate was left open in the kitchen. But that's the sort of ninja she becomes when she wants to be. Okay, so when we get to the end of this road, we're doing a right, which will then take us to the high street. We're going to have a look in the new village pub, see what we can see. Reopens on Thursday. It's been shut now for a couple of months whilst I've been renovating it. It looks really nice. I've seen quite a few pictures on the local site. It looks good. God. Morning to Martin. How you doing this morning? Thank you for the likes as well that are coming on there as well. I do appreciate that. Come on, Azra. Come on, Azra. Good girl. As you can see, I mean, it is quite early here in the UK, but there's a better picture of the moon now. Still a little bit of cloud. I'm hoping maybe that dissipates when we get over the fields. But that is a fully full moon this morning, which will help to light our way over the fields as well. Yeah, not a lot really happened. You do see the same people when you do see people, which is quite nice because you sort of end up sort of having a bit of a morning club, as it were. Some people will talk, some people won't, and that's fair enough, isn't it? People can please themselves. Okay, so this is now the high street, and I guarantee to you this car that goes by in a minute will be the same car that goes past every morning. Yes, it is. Recognise that number plate. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Come on, Azra. Good girl. Okay, so we're now onto the high street, heading up, as I've said, towards the new pub. If you are new to the channel and haven't already, do make sure you like and subscribe. It does really mean a lot to the channel. It's been growing enormously over the last 2 or 3 months. I've got Euro Disney coming up at the end of this month, so we're going to be doing lots of content from there without it cutting too much into the experience for us as well, because that's what I was mindful of, is I don't want it to sort of interrupt the experience that we're going to be having as well there. That'll be the last sort of family holiday of the year. Julie and I have got a weekend away between Christmas and New Year, and then we move into 2026, and we'll see what plans we've got. We're definitely going to be in America towards the end of next year for our 20-year wedding anniversary. That is booked and paid for. Okay, so this is a new pub. I'm not sure we're going to be able to see much. See the pool table there. It looks very nice from the pictures, that's for sure. Let's cross over. See the beer pumps there and what have you. But yeah, it looks very nice from the pictures. Okay, right, let's go up Dolphin Lane. This will take us out the other side towards the fields, where Azra will probably decide that's the time she needs to go to the loo if she doesn't do it before. Yeah, in answer to your question, Bill, yeah, we're out every morning doing this. We do try and alternate the walks, but this walk now, whilst it's reasonably dry still, will probably be the one that we try and do during the week, because it helps with the sort of just, you know, around 2 miles walk that I want to achieve every morning. So yeah, during the week, that'll be what we'll be doing. The weekends we try and alternate it. Certainly Sunday when I've got a little bit more light. The clocks will be changing again towards the end of this month in the UK. So we will hopefully have a bit more light in the mornings. More, I think, at the weekends and during the week, unfortunately still, but we'll work on that. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. As you can see from with the roads I walk down, we've got sort of varying homes, but a lot of cottages because the village is quite old. And it is very much a mix of old and not newer. Of course it will be newer, but you know, I always think when we say newer, we mean sort of new builds and stuff like that. You know, the only new builds are the other end of the village, really. All these houses are probably, I would say, sort of going back to being built, sort of 70s, 80s, I suppose. Not the cottages with the thatch roof, that'd be even older, but some of the other sort of newer bungalows. If I'm not keeping up with people's questions, I apologise. I get into a chat and then I look down and think, oh God, I've missed something. So hopefully I've not missed anything. And I'm aware there's a delay as well, so I don't always see it straight away. There's a lovely Azra. A few more people watching, welcome. If you are new to the channel, do like, subscribe and hit the old bell. You will then know when we're on. We do this every morning. And also, as I've said already, we've got an amazing trip to Disney booked towards the end of this month. So if that's something that interests you, hit the like and subscribe and bell. When we are there, you will know. I'm still torn as to whether to do the actual main vlogs sort of when we're there, or whether just to do all the footage and then do the editing when we get back. I'm sort of swaying towards doing the editing when we get back and actually enjoying it, because it's going to be early starts, late finishes. There probably won't be time for editing, really. So to that end, I think I probably will do what I'm suggesting and do the editing when we're back. Azra, come on. Good girl. As I said before, guys, if you get bored of me talking, just mute me and watch the lovely Azra and our country walks. So in about 3 to 5 minutes we will be over at the fields, where you have seen, if you've been with us before, the lovely Azra before. And I'm hoping we get a nice view of that moon, because it is now fully out from behind the clouds. And I think it'd be lovely without all this artificial light from the street lamps. So we'll see that very shortly. Azra, come on. Come on. This side, come on. This side. What are you doing, you silly old dog? She knows where we're going. I'm missing some of these messages that are coming through from you, Bill, so yeah, if you've got any questions, just let me see them. But yeah, I apologise. As soon as I look down, I see them, then they disappear off the screen. So feel free to ask away. Okay, so we're now walking as if we were actually going out the village. Azra, on the path, come on. Good girl. Path. Good girl. That's a difficult one, isn't it? I think you see more during the day because obviously you've got the natural light. I think sort of lighting maybe always makes it perhaps look a bit nicer, I don't know. But it's sort of what people prefer, isn't it, really? I think at the right time of year, with Christmas lights and stuff like that, everywhere looks more nicer, doesn't it? But no, I've probably got to say during the day, to be honest with you. So if that is something that interests you, and perhaps on Sunday, I'm usually out around about 7 a.m. UK time, which is, what's that, an hour and a half from now, and it will be lighter, and you'll be able to see a little bit more of the village. And if you are interested in seeing it prior, go back to my lives from Sunday. I think there's a Sunday afternoon stroll, and you see a little bit of the village then during the day as well, so you can look back on that as well if you want to. Okay, so now we are heading onto the field. Now, I'm going to go and see Azra will go now at some stage to the loo because she hasn't been. So we will have to pause and duke it. There she goes. There she goes. I'm on my second bet with her. Right, just for a minute. We'll just wait for her, then I'll clear it up, and then we'll be back on. So just bear with me, guys. It won't be too long. Wait. Sit. Good girl. Rather conveniently, there is a dog bin just here, so we're going to use that. Get rid of this straight away. Excellent. Right, onward we go. Right, good girl. Right, in a minute when we get more towards the middle. Azra, come on. When we get towards the middle of the field, which is being lit up lovely this morning by this moon. Well, we'll turn around now. There we go. Full moon in the sky without any clouds. And as I say, that is well and truly lighting up the night sky. Yeah. Well, I'm mid-40s and still trying to keep up with the youngsters and what have you, so these early mornings, Julie and myself were both saying, Julie's my wife, she's 1/3 of the Triple J team, although I did rename the the group very recently, just sort of freshen up a little bit, but yeah, she's my wife, and we were both saying last night how tired we both feel a lot of the time at the minute, whether it's just busy at work or life, you just don't know, do you? But it's quite incredible that we're both feeling exactly the same way a lot of the time, so, and we don't go to bed that late. Blimey, that really makes me feel old, Bill. And I've got a 12-year-old and apparently an 8-year-old watching, so God, that makes me feel old. Well, I'm hoping you're enjoying the live stroll with Azra anyway. We try and do this, as I say, every morning. Do make sure you like and subscribe. As I say, I really enjoy what I do, sort of interacting with people. Good fun. get to speak to some interesting people from all over the world. So yeah, loving that. That's probably a football, Azra. It is a football. Come on. Right, come on, come on. So the second field we're coming into now, you're not going to see it very well, unfortunately, but there is a football pitch for our American friends, soccer. And this is where my son, James, who is 14, plays for his team. If I try and get closer, you'll at least see the goal line this end. It looms out of the darkness. What I can see in front of me is better than what I'm seeing on the camera at the minute, which is a shame. But yeah, this is the penalty area we're in. 6-yard box. We're just about to come across. Penalty spot. James's season is 3 games old. They are 3 wins out of 3. So they're doing very well. Sorry, Azra decided to roll in rabbit mess, so I'm going to have to sort that out when we get back. He's been playing football, soccer, since he was 6 years old, and he really, really enjoys it, and he's really beginning to develop into a good player, and that's not his dad talking, but as his former coach and someone who sort of still helps when needed, and then sort of a lot of other people sort of giving their opinions as well. He's developing into a really, really good little player. So yeah, whilst he's enjoying it and injury-free, which has not always been the case, being injury-free. Hopefully he carries on doing it. Alright, so we've got the basketball court here. Or half a basketball court. Come on, Azra. In a minute, once we get sort of through here, we'll be back into sort of civilization. You might see a little bit more. It's not been too bad over here. You've been able to sort of see bits and pieces, but it is dark. And I've got all the lights on, as I normally do. The only one I didn't turn on was the torch, but I only really turn that on if I lose something or can't see where she's been to the loo. Thanks for another like, do appreciate that. If you haven't already, do make sure you're liking and subscribing, does certainly mean a lot to the channel. Been a quietish morning this morning with viewing, that's alright. Yesterday was a busy morning. It does swing around about during the week, to be honest, but yeah, it's quite nice just interacting with some people. Okay. So we are now back up onto another quiet road in the village, as they all are. We're going to be going past the main school in the village in a moment, which I'll sort of hover across to in a second. On the left hand side here again, you're not going to see it, and it's a shame. But this is where James was playing football last season on the smaller pitches. They're on full-size pitches now, which do look massive, but they seem to have embraced it so quickly. It's quite extraordinary how kids adapt. And they're a good little team. They certainly this season have inherited 3 or 4 new players, which have sort of given us a little bit more stabilisation. And this is the school I was telling you about whilst I'm thinking about it. And yeah, we've always been known as the development team, but the main team went under, and we inherited sort of only 3 or 4 of their players. We've still got the main core of our original team, which is great. But they're now of an age where they are more competitive, wanting to win, and they really are playing for each other, so it's great. Okay, where are we? Coming up to half an hour, okay. So in another couple of minutes, guys, well, I'll show you the high road. We'll go to the high road and then we'll call it a day. So we've got another probably 5 minutes of me waffling. Just as more people come on. Good morning to everyone. Hi to AP14 Flood. Guess your favourite colour? I don't know. Red? Probably not right. Red is my favourite colour, I will say that now. As a Liverpool fan, don't everyone switch off at once. Not going very well this season. Well, second in the league, but the last 3 games have been very painful to watch, and hopefully the international break will do us a world of good. Come back, reset, and get on with the season, because it's been pretty poor the last few matches. Blue. It's a 50-50, isn't it, usually with that, red or blue. Do you follow any teams in any sports? I suppose my favourite colour has got to be red, with being a Liverpool fan, but it doesn't always follow suit, does it? If you're new to the channel, do like and subscribe. And we are out most mornings. No, not, I would say every morning. We're out now, really. Unless it's horrendously bad weather, we will always be out. As I say, we're getting very close to the high street now. And I'll show you sort of the geography of where we are. And then we'll start wrapping it up. So you got to put up with me for another 5 minutes, guys. Right, wait, Azra. Sit. Sit. Right, come, lead on. Good girl. That is the first toast. That's the second car we've seen, isn't it? We saw one on the high street up the other end near the pub, and we've seen that one. So that is, I mean, it is early still, but that is how quiet the village is. Go on, Azra. Go on, lead on. Good girl. All right, guys. I think, so that is going back in towards the village. That is going out the village towards Cambridge. I think we're going to wrap this one up today. Thank you very much for putting up with me for the last half an hour. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stroll. We'll do it all again tomorrow. And the weekend, if you can wait that long, we'll do some during the day. Take care, guys. Speak tomorrow.